So I've been asked to comment on the Llama 3.1 drop by Meta, and this video is actually probably going to be a little bit shorter than a lot of people might hope for. But the thing is there's a lot of nuance and subtlety to this conversation, and I've spent a little bit of time talking to a few people and thinking through kind of what my position is. And there was a podcast that I was on a while back where I kind of articulated my stance on open source versus closed source. And right now, my position is whatever policy maximizes research potential is the best option forward. And so I ran this poll a couple days ago about, Llama is about to drop, and I asked everyone, like, should AI be open source or closed source? Now, unsurprisingly, most of you out there are like pretty strongly in favor of open source. A vanishing minority is in favor of strong closed source. But also, like, it kind of varies from, like, depending on context. And what I mean by that is Llama 3.1 doesn't seem like it's a threat to, global security or, geopolitical stability. It's not like releasing nuclear weapons into the ether. Now, should Llama 4, 5, 6, 7, should those be fully open sourced? That's probably going to be a very different conversation. But Robert Miles actually left a really good comment here. Very thoughtful, as Robert Miles is. But the biggest thing is, like, obviously, open sourcing technology that can create biological weapons. That's kind of, in my personal opinion, the biggest threat model. But then also there's the worry about emergent capabilities is something that he mentioned. So again, 3.1, is it dangerous? Probably not. And I articulate it more in this post, just a little bit more. But what I want to emphasize is that idea that whatever policy that we're aiming for, we should be optimizing for research potential. So the long story short is I think that Llama 3.1 being open sourced is actually a major net positive for the world, because that gives more people the ability to play with it, to tear it apart, to try and exploit it, to understand the safety mechanisms. Because here's one thing that I like pointing out to people is that there's plenty of safety researchers out there, whether it's universities or independent nonprofits or even individuals, who can't afford to train these frontier models. But by being able to peek behind the curtain, by not having it just a for-profit corporation like OpenAI or Microsoft or Google saying, "Hey, we're the safety experts and we're not going to give anyone else access." And I know it's not entirely true; they do give privileged access to universities and governments. But at the same token, by giving unfiltered access to these models at this level, before they are AGI, before they are super dangerous, I think that this is a net positive because it enables more research to be done around safety, around emergence, and around threat models of artificial intelligence. So long story short, open sourcing Llama 3.1, I think, is a great net positive for humanity. Now, there's plenty of other arguments that we can have about the business ethics of it. What is Mark Zuckerberg's long game? Because he has demonstrated in the past that he is relatively unscrupulous and will create social media platforms that are harmful to humans, and that he will double down on profit motive above all else. So, what is his long game? I have no idea what it is. I could only speculate on that. But at least in this moment, I don't think 3.1 is that dangerous, and I think that it is that this is a good thing for humanity. So that's it. That's my hot take. Quick, I wanted to tell you about a new community I'm launching. It's called the New Era Pathfinders. Now, this is on a different platform than what I've used before, and this platform is all about learning, teaching, mentoring, and coaching. So just a real fast 20-second tour. We have a community-based forum where I provide personalized feedback to community members. We also have a classroom where I have built out and am continuing to build out coursework to master artificial intelligence, as well as other lifestyle changes on a more philosophical level and deeply personal level based on the journey that I've gone through. We also have regular Zoom meetings. And so if you want to, just go ahead and jump over. The link is in the description. It's called the New Era Pathfinders, and it's hosted on a new platform called School.